being outside the education system is definitely a humbling experience. Most definitely humbling, 100%. And in more ways than one, I'd say 100%. And one of the topics I want to talk about here in particular is friends. Now, I was never one who had a boatload of friends and whatnot. Never. I was never that fortunate. However, you know, how to say this? Oh, someone's coming to me. Just gotta be prepared at all times. Anyway, yeah, I was never a fortunate guy who had, a boatload of friends to, chill and hang out with and whatnot. However, I did have more than usual, more than what I'd usually get, right? So I'd probably chill with about, 6, 7 people? 6, 7, so it was a boatload of people. And then when you're done with school, it's like, shit, I don't even hang out with these people anymore. And it's like a reality check. It's like, oh shoot, that's humbling, It's very humbling. Very, 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 very humbling. It's just funny how life works and, things turn up, It's funny how things work. I find it crazy, honestly. Because now, the majority of the people that I did hang out with, in fact, I'd even go as far to say 90% of the people I chilled with in high school, I don't chill with them no more. In fact, I don't even contact them. They're a thing of the past. I don't know if you can relate to some extent, but that's what it's been like for me. But I've been prepared, of course. You have the mindset of, I already had the mindset of, hey, high school's not the end. Education system's not the end. Life goes on, we move on. I already had that mindset. But it's one thing to just hear about it. To experience it by us, like first-hand experience, it's like, shit, it's a different type of realization. And I feel like, I do believe being out the school system, it has no choice but to humble you otherwise. I mean, what other option do you have, I had a really good lawyer best friend. Why did I say it in the past tense? He still is my good friend. We've been friends for about 8 years now, so it'll be about 8 years come September times. Shout out to you. I know you don't know how I have a channel, but you know who you are. But yeah, he's been my friend since year 7. So yeah, 11 years old when we met. It's good that we still stay in contact because he's a great guy. But it's also quite sad also because, when you're out of the school system, you don't have as much time as you normally would have, Usually you're so used to seeing each other every day and, we tend to take that for granted. And I think that's just part of human nature, to take things for granted because you see each other every day. I mean, how many times have we actually been a dick to our parents at times, Like mumbling swear words because it pissed you off. And I know parents can be annoying also, but guys, our parents aren't going to live forever, man. Eventually they're going to perish. I'm speaking from experience. I already had one of my parents perish, and I can tell you, it's not a nice experience. It's fucking terrible. Horrible. And so, since I'm fortunate enough to still have a mother, I'm going to take that time to really treasure her presence until the inevitable. But shifting back to school, I just want to let you know, brother, don't feel ashamed of abandoning your friends. Because it'll probably happen. I mean, most friendships end in high school anyway. And I'm definitely speaking from experience. And honestly, the majority of those friendships, I cut them off. My college friendships, I knew I was going to cut off my college friends, 100%. It was inevitable. I never got along with them. It was more so, you're kind of just there for the sake of convenience. So with my college friends, yes, despite us having really good memories with each other, I knew at the back of my head, I don't really get along with you guys. Like, I don't really connect with you guys in a really deep level as I do with my other friends. I don't have many friends. I only have about 5. So I don't have much. I mean, I guess 6 if me. I guess I'm my own best friend and with myself every day. If I want to be spiritual, maybe you could say 7 because, God's always watching. But in a physical sense, 5. And I don't have many friends, man. And I think it's important to identify the difference between a friend and acquaintance. Through my standards and my own personal opinion, I think the difference between a friend and acquaintance is just an acquaintance is someone you know. You're not very close to, you just know them. Just casual, nothing too crazy. And I believe friends is someone like a sibling, someone you have to treat like a sibling. Now, me as a kid, I had very low standards for myself looking back. And my definition of finding a friend and definition of friends in general was very low. And that definition was, when I tell you guys, you're going to believe, oh man, that is so stupid. And it is stupid looking back, but that was really what I believed back during those times. And my definition of friends back in the day was simply having a laugh with each other. Whether that be one laugh or just one good conversation, hey, it's far from that. I've been humbled. Yeah, it's far from that, man. Because I've been nice to many people and a lot of people have stepped over me. And yes, it is sad. It's very sad. But it's the truth about life. You can't be that good boy. That good boy. I'm not telling you to be a bad person or anything like that. But you gotta be solid, man, in public, man. Not everyone is allowed to have your nice side. I'm speaking to my past self in particular. You know, I wish someone told him a lot sooner. And my past self, he was really good-hearted. Still is to this day. Referring to myself, of course. But I have more discernment. I'm more like a coconut now rather than an orange. That's the right comparison to make. In the sense that I can't just be too quick to accept you as a friend anymore. I can't just give my phone number to anyone. This is one of the main things I hate about 9 to 5 senses and being in that environment. You're kind of forced to give your number away to the boss, even though you don't give a fuck about him. But I understand you kind of need to do that. He's paying your salary and whatnot with that bullshit. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was working on my sales job also, I felt like shit. I view phone numbers as something really valuable, something sacred, man. If someone's really your friend, they'll give you their phone number. They will give you your phone number. And it's like, I know the usual way. They'd give you like, social media and whatnot. You know that stuff usually goes. That's what I used to do back in the day. I used to, for someone's gonna count to. You know, it's really dark, so you can't really see what's going on. And yeah, you could say, oh, good in your pussy, why are you getting scared? Bro, I'm a human, man. Of course I'm gonna get scared. You're in a silhouette in the dark, someone's walking towards you. Of course I'm gonna get scared. This is coming from someone who goes to the gym also. Of course I'm gonna get scared. But it turns out it was nothing, but it's just my fight or flight responses. That's why I was looking around earlier, because guys, you gotta monitor your life also, man. You gotta care and value your life. So it's only natural I do that. I don't think there was anything wrong with what I did. Back to the topic though. Where was I? But yeah, back to just the whole giving contact thing. I felt really shitty back during my job time. I'm like, why? What the fuck are all these contacts on my list? I don't even know these people. But now I feel forced and obligated to give you my phone number because we work in the same job. That's one of the reasons why I felt really liberated in leaving my job, because I had a reason to literally move with them contacts and I felt a lot more better now. I don't have many people in my contacts. I really don't. Because I don't have many friends and I have no shame saying no friends and no shame not having that many friends. A lot of people have to be cut off from your life, and the majority of my friends in secondary school, I cut them off. I'm only friends with 4 of them. It's funny how life works, because excluding one of them, the other 3 friends that I have right now, I barely spent time with them in high school in terms of talking and whatnot, hanging out. But yet, they're the people who I'm most close with now, and the people who I spent the most time with in high school, they are the people I no longer speak to. It's crazy how things work. Guys, if someone's really your friend, they will give you their phone number. It's not social media, Instagram. I don't like making friends. It's kind of difficult, I understand, because I don't know if I'm contradicting myself or anything, but in terms of just making friends on the internet, I think it's a really good thing. You know, I think it's the new way of making friends in some way, shape or form. But at the same time, there's another side of me that's against it due to the fact that it's too widespread. There's too many people to contact. You can actually contact a celebrity. Listen, man, I prefer to meet you in real life, man. And more of the time, if I do make friends online, it'll probably be you, honestly, because you watch my videos, you can see me. So I guess you kind of know me to some sense, and you're watching my videos, so we kind of have some similarities we can share together. I think that may be my only, preferred preference to make friends. I don't need to just force it for the sake of forcing anyone. I'm sick of that shit, because I used to always do it. I feel like I'm rambling on, and I want to end this video quick because I want to film about 2-3 more videos after this, but I'll just probably end it by saying, do not be afraid to cut off your friends. It's okay. It's okay. You know, back during my secondary school years also, I also believed that I'd have no friends also, and I was mentally prepared for it. Honestly, let's say worst case scenario, all of my 5 friends were to somehow not want to be friends with me, which I know probably wouldn't happen. Hey, it's unfortunate, but I'm cool with that. I'm so used to being alone that I don't really get hurt anymore mentally. When people talk shit about me or don't want to be with me, it doesn't really hurt me. But if you're by my side, you're by my side, and I appreciate you. But if you have to go, I'm not gonna get angry at you. Why would I get angry at you? You're your own person, you have your own free will. You don't want to be my friend, you don't need to be my friend. It's absolutely okay. Life goes on. There's 8 more billion people on the planet. Yes, it is unfortunate because I know I'll probably never find someone who's exactly like you. Obviously, everyone has similar personalities, but in the sense that there will never be another version of you. There will never be another Golden Nagoma. There is only one Golden Nagoma. There will never be another Mike Tyson. There is only one Mike Tyson. I mean it in that sense. I'm in the lonely chapter of my life. I don't know if you guys can tell already. I feel very lonely. Very lonely. And I'm turning 19 in nearly 2 months from now. I do feel very lonely. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like there's no one to talk to. And yes, I did mention I have 5 friends, but even then they're busy. So I'm not gonna text them and go like, oh my days, I'm so lonely now. Because I'm a man, I've faced many hardships in my life, and with that experience, I know I'm qualified to handle stress, and I'd even go as far to argue that I can handle a lot more stress than the average person, which is a trait, a very strong trait. But in the lonely chapter of your life, the lonely chapter is when you're done with high school, and I was fortunate, and I would say I did get lucky and blessed by God to find good friends and maintain the good friends that I still have. So 4 of those friends were from secondary school. One of those friends he was my first friend, honestly. First ever friend. I was 5 years old, I'll never forget. And I met him in 2011, and we reunited 2 years ago. And he left school at he moved to a different primary school. I think it was 2015-16. So we reunited about 7 or 8 years later, and it was a really nice time. I was really happy. It was beautiful, man. It was a lovely reunion. So he's still my friend. But even so, it's like everyone's going their own path now. Now, don't get me wrong, the result is still the same. The end result is the same. Money, success, changing lives. It's just that everyone goes through a different path anymore. This isn't secondary school. We're not forced to go to one subject. Everyone's going to have a different career path. There's a reason why when someone's 18 years old, you're all quite similar, aren't you? You all go to school. 28 years old, hey, someone may be a porn star. Another person may be a fighter. And they probably went to the same school. And I know it may sound crazy, the example, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Everyone's just so diverse now. You can actually go to where you want to go. I made this analogy a while back. I don't remember what video it is, but think of it like a box of fish. You put it in a box. You put it in the baby pool. The baby pool, everyone's swimming in the same pool in the sense of you're going to study these subjects. All right, you turn 18. All right, put you in the adult pool. Whoo, for it. You're in the adult pool now. You can just go anywhere you want, anywhere you want. The point I make is everyone's going to do different things, and it's completely normal to change. It's absolutely normal to change. Don't let anyone tell you different. People are going to change personalities for better or for worse. That's for you to decide. That is for you to decide. And you shouldn't be scared of change. Let's even talk about, I don't know, a relationship, because I know a lot of us guys are interested in women, myself also. A lot of you guys experience breakups, and you get angry, you use that testosterone, that aggression to get back at your ex. But when you get to a higher position in your life, inevitably, you're gonna start attracting more women. Somehow she's gonna notice, probably. She's gonna want you back. But then the person you've evolved to become, you don't even want her anymore. That's the evolution of human. It's normal to change. You need a tight, solid set of friends, and it's very hard to collect. I was blessed and I was lucky, I'm being honest. Because even now, at 18, I expected to have no friends. So, and honestly, if I had no friends right now, I promise you I would even be sad. I genuinely wouldn't. Because I'm a master of being alone. Now, is being alone healthy lifelong? No. There's going to be a period where you're going to have to be alone. However, I think it is important to embrace being alone. Not being so needy of others. Try and do things yourself. Not to say you can't seek aid, I think you can, but it's just good to know that, hey, if things turn left, I'm solid, man, because I got myself. I'm my biggest motivator. I don't need to watch no motivational video. I'm going to go to the gym today. Even if I don't watch videos, even though my hands are freezing and I'm probably going to get frostbites going on, I'm going to still post. Someone's always watching. Always watching. They may not comment, but your words are attacking them in a positive light. It may be your words that will change someone's life. I'm in the lonely chapter, guys. I feel very lonely. I'm stressed. I'm very stressed. Where's the next penny gonna come in? What business am I gonna make? Well, I already know what business I'm gonna make. It's more so, you know, having things click, and I would say I have momentum with this channel, but things are not clicking yet. I don't really have a big audience now. I'm not really making any money yet. I'm stressed. But I don't feel sad also. It's weird. It's good stress. And depending on your perspective of stress, that will determine whether you make or break. That will determine how long you live. I truly believe I'll reach 100 years old. I truly believe that, because I don't feel stress is a bad thing. Is that a mouse? No, it's probably a bird. I doubt you guys could have seen that, but lonely chapter. Long story short, you're 18. You leave the school system. You're not like most people. You're extra ambitious, you know. So you moved on. You're not like the usual people. I experienced this via college and secondary school. I didn't relate to them during my friends. Hence why I cut them off. And you're in the middle now, where you know what you want, you're working towards it, but you're not at that level where you can attract the people you actually want. You have to stay in the fight. You have to stay in the fight. I'm sorry. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be depressing. It is depressing for me. It's gonna be lonely. And I feel for you. I know exactly how you feel. Because I feel the same. You need to keep staying strong. And eventually, life will reward you what you always wanted. A good set of friends. They don't need to have much. You really don't need to have much. But get those who care about you. You know? It's okay. It's still gonna be okay. I tell myself all the time, man. I stress all the time about. I don't overthink. Believe it or not, I actually don't overthink. But sometimes I get that thought. When the fuck is the next penny gonna come in? Now I know this channel's gonna blow off. I'm already certain that things are gonna take off eventually in the future. It's just when. It's a weird chapter. It's a weird time being 18. Very weird. I'm gonna end the video now because I'm just talking shit, jumping off different topics that don't even relate to the title of the video. In terms of friends, I feel like I'm gonna record a few more videos now, maybe 2 or 3. Do what you can, man. I understand your pain, believe me. You need to stay strong during this lonely chapter, and hey, if you feel lonely, you got me. I'll talk to you. Stay strong, okay?